Hey y'all, what's up? I'm Mimi, aka the Pisceans here, and this is one of your daily collective messages. Like, and subscribe if you get anything out of this. Thank you so very much to those of you who do like, subscribe, and comment. It is always and forever going to be loved and appreciated. God, archangels, ancestors, ascended masters, cosmic guides, all beings of the highest and purest white light only with the best interest of me and the collective at heart. You are always and forever welcome into my readings, okay? Please give my wonderful, fabulous, and amazing Pisceans here family the best and most accurate information for them at this time. Hello, my beautiful lovers. Welcome to the new subscribers, okay? Welcome back to my beautiful subscribers who are already here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you guys. Thank you so very much for coming, and thanks for coming back. So this is an Archangel Uriel message, okay? So for the note, I got a monolith, okay, because I've been looking at them damn New York Times word of the day words, and they've been like so interesting, okay. So like now it's my thing to look at it every day, and even some of my other notes are like words of the day, but they're just so damn interesting, okay. So he had me look up the monolith symbolism, okay? You know, monolith is like shit. It's like a big pillar, okay? It's just like a big stone pillar. There's not a picture right here. Let me see. Let me show you a picture real quick so you can just know what I'm talking about. Okay? These are monoliths, okay? So let me go back. It says that a monolith symbolizes a catalyst for evolution, enlightenment, and technological advancement, okay? So I mean, you could be definitely evolving, okay, receiving a lot of enlightenment, but he also said that this is about love, which kind of makes sense because I mean, not with this, I don't know how this ties in yet. I'm gonna figure it out the more we look at it. But at the bottom of the decks we got path unknown, okay, we got twin flames right here, we got the runner right here, we got do no harm but take no shit right here, and we got love sensations right here, you know. So I feel like you definitely could be like in some sort of connection, okay, like this for people that's like that know their person. I think we got the King of Cups right here, and we got the Death card, okay. So you could be having some sort of like new beginning with a king or Queen of Cups, you know, because like a Queen of Cups or a woman in her King of Cups energy, you know. So someone who's very loving, someone who's very emotionally mature and things like that. But also we got the Warden of Daggers or the Queen of Swords right here. So I mean, I don't know. They could be attached to some sort of Queen of Swords. But I think that this Queen of Swords is not really on the up and up, you know. Like they don't really think clearly about things, you know. Like they're not really evolving. They don't really embrace the enlightenment that comes to them, and I feel like somebody's looking at you as like a technological advancement, you know what I'm saying? Like they're looking at you as like the next level or the next step in their love life, you know, and they're not really looking at this person or like giving this person in, I said perkin, okay, so somebody could pop perks, somebody could pop perks, okay, that's what I'm getting from that, okay. Somebody could spend a lot of time perking, okay. I don't know if that's a thing, but that's how I'm hearing it, okay. It says or I don't know, you could have like, since we're on the word perky, okay, you could have like a really perky type of attitude, you know. But also this makes me think of Perky, like the girl that reacts to things. She reacts to like TikTok videos and things like that, you know, and she kind of has like an out of the box way of thinking, and she looks at videos that kind of like align with that, you know. So you definitely could be someone who like thinks outside of the box, you know, or you could be someone who likes to do reactions or things like that. But I think it's more you thinking outside of the box that this person is really attracted to, like the kind of like the vibe, the energy that you carry, okay. It's also talking about a space odyssey, okay. It says where it triggers human tool use and eventually guides humanity to space, you know. I feel like, okay, I heard cloud 9, okay, so I feel like Archangel Uriel is kind of trying to get your mind right and trying to get your person's mind right so they can like guide you guys into space. But I feel like you guys could have exes or certain people trying to come be an issue. Like I heard a third party, people want to be a third party to you and your person's thing like so bad, so you could have like lovers coming in on both sides of the thing, you know. People who are very triggered, you know. People who are upset because like maybe you used to be their human tool, or maybe your person used to be the tool for somebody else to just use to get ahead in life, and they're upset because this person don't want to have it. They don't want to take an odyssey or a journey, or they don't want to, like they don't see themselves going to space with them, you know. It's crazy how he's using this. I find this interesting, but I mean, I feel like you're very advanced, and I feel like somebody's really trying to like get to know you, trying to get used to your energy. It also says something about geometric form, okay? So I feel like you could work very closely with Archangel Metatron. I feel like your energy could be very intimidating at times, even if you don't really know it, or if you think you're just cool all the time, because you are, you know, but it doesn't stop people from getting intimidated by the energy that you carry, or by like, you know, your mystery, or like the cosmic unknown energy that you carry, you know. You're like a universal mystery to people, and I think that this lover that's interested in you, they really love this about you, you know. They love your mind, they love the way that you think, they love the knowledge that you carry, they love the purpose that you have, and they love that you have a connection to something greater than yourself, you know. So it's talking about an evolutionary catalyst, okay? So he could be saying that like somebody's third party, or some other person that your lover could be like, I don't know, entertaining. I'm not gonna say is interested in. I don't think that that they're as interested as they think they are in this person. I feel like this person is just a catalyst, you know. Like I feel like somebody has a hard head. I heard a hard head makes a soft ass. I'm Let the beat build is also playing, you know. So I feel like spirit's kind of letting the beat build when it comes to you, and like your frequency being introduced into this person's life, you know. And they're kind of like allowing them to like entertain this person so that they can have some sort of like, I almost want to say bad experience, you know. It says appearing at pivotal moments in human history to stimulate evolution, you know. So I feel like somebody's being brought around your person to kind of like to show them like, see, like this is not what you want, like this ain't even what you want to sign up for, but you scared, you know. You too busy trying to run, or trying to go off and get what you need from somebody that don't even got what you need. And so this is why you keep running into these people that want to do more harm, you know, that want to do a lot of harm and want you to sit around and take a lot of shit. I feel like your person's being taught a really important lesson when it comes to you, and when it comes to playing with you, and when it comes to playing with your energy, and when it comes to fucking lying to you, okay? It says the first monolith teaches early humans how to use tools, sparking their cognitive development and the capacity for abstract thought, you know. I feel like this person, your lover, or whoever you're meant to be with, you know, they're kind of still trapped in a box, okay? They're still trapped in a way of like how to solve problems and how to expand the capacity of what they're able to do. And so they're sending in like, they're allowing, okay, because they're not sending this person in. I feel like this could definitely be an old person, okay? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius is significant, okay? They're sending in this person with the quickness, right? Somebody who moves too fast, somebody who makes hasty decisions, somebody who's not connected to anything greater than themselves, somebody who doesn't really have purpose. Like I said, they always perking. This could be somebody who's like always high and always encouraging your person to be high or to be on something that doesn't get them anywhere, and they're tired of that, okay? So next it says a gateway to higher consciousness, okay? You are a gateway to higher consciousness to anyone that you come into contact with, you know? And I feel like this is something that Spirit's kind of trying to open this person's eyes to about you, okay? It says after a long journey, a second monolith on the moon sends a signal to Jupiter, leading to the discovery of a larger and more complex monolith, you know? So I feel like this person, you know, like, I don't know, maybe this person used to feel like they learned a lot from that person, or maybe they used to feel like they got a lot, or like maybe that person used to be able to stimulate their minds, but now they've advanced, they've evolved past the point of where them and that person mesh. And so like they're just basically in their life to teach them that like, no, you're a higher consciousness being, and you deserve more than being on this like lower level of existence, or on this lower vibration, you know? It says a cosmic enigma, okay? So you're like an enigma in people's lives, okay? And also I feel like you don't really like resist this person's energy as much as they're like resisting yours, you know? I feel like when it comes to you, and when it comes to the way that you navigate life, you know, you like come up with these easy interpretations. You're aware of like the vastness, the mystery, and the spiritual potential that you carry, okay? It says their inscrutability inspires a profound human curiosity and a desire to understand the unknown, okay? This song is stingy, okay? You can say I'm stingy, No, you can say I'm tripping, but I'm stingy and I can't hide it. Wanna keep you all to me. I'm selfish, okay? He says, can I have you for a minute? Don't get shy because my heart's in it when I say you got me strung out, okay? So you got somebody like totally strung out, but it's like they still playing, still trying to like find something in somebody else that they know they not gonna find it there. Okay, look, the ancestors like, I don't fucking think so. You're not finna pick this person over this person, or you're not finna get shit until you make better decisions. Okay, so I feel like somebody's like at a crossroads when it comes to you and the decisions that they're making in this twin flame relationship. Okay, it says that's why I get mad at your folks because I don't want you to go. No, babe, I want you to stay. You can say I'm tripping, but I'm stingy and I can't hide it. Want to keep you all to me. I'm selfish. Why try to fight it? You're the only one with the only love that truly knows how to tame me. So please forgive me. I'm just stingy, but how can you blame me? You know? So I feel like they see you, they see the amazingness of you, they want you all to themselves, but then they still think that they finna play around. They still think they finna play around and be on some bullshit. No, their ancestors don't want the karma that comes with them fucking you over. So they're introducing or allowing something kind of negative to happen in this person's life to open their eyes a little bit more. It says so amazing, captivating, elevating, and any way you try to put it, I want to be your man, you know? So I feel like they're kind of bringing this person around to this, you know? It says, so if you want to put me on, I don't mind. It's all right. I'm for it. I would so adore it. Nothing turns me on better than being with you. You know, I feel like this person doesn't even like get turned on the same by other people, you know, like they just it says the monolith serves as a mirror reflecting humanity's own desires, fears, and potentials. You know, I feel like the way that you guys mirror each other, it really scares this person, and they're afraid of their own abstract and mysterious nature within themselves. Okay, that's what it's saying. They're afraid to be a universal enigma the way that you are. They're afraid of all the things that they know and all of the things that they've learned along this spiritual journey. They feel like in order to have order in a chaotic world, then they need to just fit in and fit a certain mold of what they think they should be. And so this is kind of holding this person back away from you a little bit, you know, because it's time for them to have some sort of epiphany, okay? Because it says the monolith's abstract and mysterious nature allows it to become a lightning rod for ideas, beliefs, and interpretations, okay? So this person is like receiving some sort of awakening. Like maybe you could have spent some time with this person and you guys are like back away from each other, you know? And I feel like this person's going through some sort of awakening, receiving some sort of enlightenment, and it's about to make them push a few people out of their life in order for them to like really truly pursue you or really truly be serious about you, you know? But also he's saying like it doesn't mean that this person doesn't love you or that they don't care about you or that they're not serious about you. They're just afraid of you. They're afraid of you and like this beautiful light that you carry and where you guys' love could go, because I don't think that they've ever like felt feelings for anyone the way they feel feelings for you, okay? Whew. That was a long intro, but I see why he had me do that now. Exactly. We got the Empress and the Chariot, you know, like they're afraid, you know, they're contemplating walking away from this forward movement from you and just staying with somebody that they know is just going to break their heart and burden them, because it's easier, it's more comfortable, it's less work, and they don't feel that pressure to like step up and become a better version of of themselves with that past person. They feel like it would be more comfortable if they entertain this bullshit ass person who doesn't have their best interests at heart and who's just gonna break their heart in the end, rather than doing the hard work that it takes to be with you. That's deep. But they're also very emotionally mature, and they're having a lot of like reflections and in a lot of thought about you and how you're their wish fulfillment and how you really hold the cup, you know? The song saying, hey baby, I feel good today, you know, let's just lay down, share some time, you know, laugh, joke, just be silly, you know. I feel like they really love that about you, that you're a vibe. They feel like you are, you know, their family, their person, their lover that they want to be with and that they want to put all their time and energy into. But like I said, they're afraid, you know. They feel like, you know, I don't know, maybe if they had more, if they felt better, or if they were in a better position, then they could give more to you. And I was saying like your energy could be like very intimidating to this person, because I heard like grown woman, grown man shit. Like you're on some grown woman, some grown man shit. And they're used to like very immature lovers who play a lot of games and who don't give them everything that they need. But they like that because it keeps that person from getting too close to them. What's their energy? We got the Eight of Swords, okay? But I feel like you freed yourself from these types of like mental entrapments. You're totally open to the connection, like I said, and they're just kind of like lagging. They're still trying to be in some sort of mental entrapment. Yeah, we got the King of Pentacles. Like, I don't know, maybe you could be more financially stable than this person, and that could be something that's a little intimidating about you. Or even if you're not more financially stable, it could just be a lot easier for you to get your hands on money or on the things that you need to move forward. I feel like this person just has a lot going on in their mind, and they're just really afraid of this passionate new beginning with you. We got the Knight of Pentacles. I feel like they're really moving along very slowly, really taking their time, and they think they're being sneaky, but I don't feel like there's anything that they do that you don't know. I feel like the two of you guys are very connected, and you already know they coming in. You already know they coming. You already know that they have no choice but to like take this leap of faith toward you, even if it takes a little bit more time. Yeah, we got the Ace of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles, because to them, you are success. You are like the ultimate idea of what somebody thinks of when they think about getting married, or when they think about like having like the ultimate lover. So it's like, don't worry about them, I heard psyching themselves out, they're kind of just psyching themselves out right now. They could feel like you're a little bit too good to be true. Yeah, with the Ace of Pentacles, okay? They feel like, you hold all this wealth, all this worth, all this value, all these amazing qualities, it must be real bad. The bad parts of you, they must be terrible, but I don't feel like you really have very many bad parts of you. I feel like you do your shadow work, you take care of yourself, you do what it is that you need to do, and you have very positive goals, and you spend a lot of time healing from heartbreaks of the past, and you're not about to let this person play in your energy until they're serious, okay? Yeah, with the Knight of Cups, until they fucking serious, okay? We come offer me real love or don't offer me shit, okay? Because I'm not going back to this Three of Swords energy again, right? Okay. So what's going on with that person? I seen the Lovers. I also seen the Hermit, so that's what I was saying. Like, this lover, like, they could be in a bit of a hermit mode because they're going through some sort of awakening at this time, and also, like I said, they have this person who's been like pushed into their energy that they already dealt with, because there's something that they need to see that they just didn't see the first time. Like, they didn't get enough, like they didn't get their ass whooped enough, or they didn't get used enough, or they didn't get like emotionally abused enough, so they need to go backwards and have their ancestors show them some shit again so they can be on point with where they want to be. Okay, we got the Warden of Wands. Okay, they're looking at you, like I said, as like this Queen of Wands, even if you're a masculine, this is just the energy that they see in you. They see you as very passionate, very compassionate, very loving. You have like this clarity of mind, this clarity of sight. I feel like the things that you say to them, the conversations you guys have, like, I feel like it always pans out. It always ends up being true. They always know that they can come to you for good advice, except with this, and so like, I don't know, somebody's kind of like in their head when it comes to you, okay? Yeah, we got the Six of Wands, but they recognize, okay? They fucking recognize who you are and the role that you're meant to play in their life, but they're afraid, okay? They're trying to run, yeah. We got the Knight of Daggers and the Warden of Cups. Like, they making very hasty decisions and moving fast and moving reckless, because they're subconsciously self-sabotaging themselves because they don't see themselves as the star just yet. They don't recognize that, like, they're a perfect match for you. They're just as amazing as you. They're just as intimidating, just as compassionate, just as passionate, just as amazing as you. Like, this is the thing that they're missing when it comes to you, okay? When it comes to the way that they see the two of you together, like, that's what's missing. They don't see themselves as a star, but they recognize you as a star. We got headlines, okay? I might be too strung out on confidence, overdosed on confidence, starting not to give a fuck and stop fearing the consequence, drinking every night because we drink to my accomplishments, faded way too long, I'm floating in and out of consciousness, And it's like, they need to, like, I don't know, like maybe they could be overindulging, they could be drinking a lot, they could be partying a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Like just to get their mind off of you. But it's just not working, you know, like the more they drink or the more they party, like the more they just have you on their mind, the more they just sit here and like you the Ace of Pentacles to them. Like you are the ultimate bag, okay? Not like they want to use you for your money or anything like that, but they just feel like, you know, you're attractive in every way and you hold all the qualities that they really want to have in a lover, but they're afraid of it because they don't recognize that they hold that shit too, you know. They don't feel comfortable with this unknown path like I showed you before, you know. They feel like the path, it says the path ahead in the relationship is uncertain yet hopeful, you know. It's like they're hopeful about this. They're hopeful about the connection. They want to have you, but they have to sit down and check themselves and check their own ego before they could really come into this like wholeheartedly and like really give you what it is that you need or what it is that you deserve, you know. And also they're kind of looking at themselves like they don't already hold that. Like I said already, they don't think that you are what, like they don't think they're what you need or what you deserve, okay? Like this person's really working on their confidence, okay? They could be doing a lot of work on their throat chakra and on their sacral chakra. It says a destined encounter is about to happen between you and someone, okay? So I feel like, you know, any encounter that you have with this person that you could be thinking of, okay, like it's destined to happen, and it's always amazing when you guys come together. But I feel like when you guys separate, they psych themselves out and they start talking to themselves very negatively in a way that makes them feel like they don't deserve you, and they go back to entertaining bullshit, okay? Woo! So I mean, this is giving me like you guys are talking, you guys are together, like you know you want to be official with them, but you guys are not like quite yet official. Like you guys haven't said the words or haven't like communicated with each other exactly what it is that like where you want to go, you know, like it haven't been like, okay, you know, we boyfriend and girlfriend, or like, you know, we're exclusive, we're not talking to other people type of shit, you know. Not like the energy of like cheating, even though I did call the person a third party, because the person is genuinely a third party, because this is your person, okay? Yeah, we got release expectations, okay? So I feel like Uriel's saying when it does come to this person and the way that you think about them, I think it's really healthy that you just release any and all expectations that you may have of this person, you know? I feel like they have a lot of expectations of themselves and they're just really afraid. I think it's really important for you to allow things to unfold naturally when it does come to this person and your love life, and to like not pour too much into them just yet and focus more on yourself and on your career, or just, you know, whatever it is that you focus on a day-to-day basis, and just let that person go through the motions on their own, because you've already done this healing that they're working on doing. Yeah, we got boundaries respected, you know. Also, I feel like this person respects your boundaries. So it's like if they are entertaining somebody else, you know, they might be very distant, or they might talk to you. They might not talk to you that much when they are talking to this person, because they don't want to disrespect you, or like they feel this energy of like they're cheating, you know. Like even if y'all ain't together, you know, they feel like, you know, it's stupid to be talking to this other person, you know. And it's like, this is Seeing Green by Nicki Minaj, Drake, and Lil Wayne, you know. And it's like, it doesn't matter how much they see green, or they see green flags in you. They're just so afraid of the green flags that they see, you know. Like, it's the opposite for this person, you know, because normally we see all the red flags and we're like, oh, hell no, I don't want to fuck with that. Like, that's too much for me, you know. But this person sees green flags and they're like, oh, hell no, like, they are so good. Like, I don't want to, you know, I don't want to break their heart, or I don't want to be the shitty thing in their life, because there's been a lot of lovers and a lot of people of the past who have put that energy on them to make them feel like they're the shitty one, or like, you know, they don't deserve better, or like they're not special, and they're just as special as you. Yeah, we got pushing boundaries, okay? So it says someone may be testing your limits, okay? So also this person could be someone who like plays a lot of games. Maybe they want to test you. Maybe they might just be talking to you and just like, this person could seem like they're like a raging narcissist, but they're really not. They're not narcissistic at all. They just have a lot of wounds that they're still working on healing, and they don't know how to express themselves the way that they need to in order to solidify things with you, or in order for you to like reassure them that like they're the one for you, okay? Look, love triangle, okay? So they keep trying to like, you know, create these hidden, or keep this hidden emotional entanglement going on with somebody else when they know that that's not even what they want. Like, they don't even really feel real emotions for that person. But that person is the opposite of you. And they feel like they're the opposite of you too. And so they entertain that, okay? It's like some wound in them that is relating to this lesser version of you, if I'm being quite honest. What's crossing paths and release expectations? We got unmasking motives, okay? So it says some people's true motives begin to surface, okay? And that's what I was saying about them sending this person in. Get down. Get down. Get down. So they're about to unmask the true motives of this other person that they're entertaining. Because this person is double crossing them in some sort of way, okay? They could be like sleeping with people that they know or talking a lot of shit about them behind their back, They're going to face some sort of betrayal or be double crossed by this person so that they can see that this person doesn't respect them or their boundaries and that they already found the romantic partner that they seek, okay? What's boundaries, respected, and pushing boundaries? We got mind games, okay? That's what I'm saying. It says emotional interactions involve control and manipulation, okay? And then we got group dynamics, okay? So, I mean, this person, this old love interest, with the hidden agendas that keep the drama going in the circle, okay? They could be like talking to this person's friends or, talking to their family, being like, can you talk to so-and-so for me? Can you can you get them straight or whatever, like they could have their family or their friends pressuring them into being into getting them to be with them because they know they're not right for this person either. It's like they can't just talk to this person and ease this person on their own. They get the entire family involved or all the friends involved, and then it's this big ass drama circle and all of this bullshit going on, and that's this person's hidden agenda the entire time. This person, this third party person, they keep some shit going or they keep some shit stirred up. They play a lot of mind games with this person and they know that, but they feel like that's what they fucking deserve, okay? And so their ancestors is gonna let them have that shit temporarily just so they can get double crossed, okay? Loyal, you gonna be loyal or not? Yeah, public exposure, okay? So this third party or this person, whoever they're entertaining while you guys are at this temporary distance, okay? They about to show their ass, okay? They about to really show this person who they are, and they're not gonna like that, and they're gonna bring their ass running right over there to you. And they better hope that you feel like entertaining that bullshit, okay? Yeah, I seen illumination, okay? Spirit is about to light this person's world up with the realization, with the epiphany that you are all they need. And it's so much bigger than that, because it's gonna open them up, open their mind up so much, because Spirit's about to make them very aware of why they deserve you, because that's the biggest thing. They don't feel like they deserve this kind of love. They don't feel like they deserve this kind of honesty, this kind of loyalty, this kind of openness, because of all the things they've done in the past and all of the situations that they've been through. But this person is really ready for romance, and they're really sick and tired of secrets and tired of issues and tired of problems, and they miss you like a motherfucker, and they're ready to show you their true colors, and they feel like a jackass for trying to hide behind this facade of a playboy or a playgirl. Whew, this pretty deep. What's romance and secrets? We got pop the question, okay? So this person could be wanting to come toward you, wanting to pop the question, but I feel like I said before, they're needing to get knocked on their ass one more time just so that they can I don't know, so Spirit can show them something. This double cross, this betrayal they're about to experience, it's meant to happen, okay? It's a fated event, okay? In order to push the two of you closer together. Yeah, they fucked up over you for real. The song, oh yeah, bitch, back up off me. You don't know me, I'm too clean, I'm too holy, bitch, I'm godly. I only go for real niggas who don't brag about what they bought me, okay? So I feel like, that's kind of your vibe, and they know that. She said, I can do you right, I'll do you better than your exes. I told that nigga to stop. He was talking out his necklace. See, the difference is with me, I never needed niggas ever. I'll leave him where I met him. I ain't tripping off no ever. Goons in the cut try to talk you out your necklace. If you ever disrespect me, pussy, don't be disrespectful. I feel like it's kind of an energy too of like this person is a little bit in trouble with your ancestors because they're entertaining this love triangle thing. I feel like your ancestors could have you like holding back, they could have you like being quiet, not saying shit, not communicating too much, because you already know what's up, because they already know what's up, and they're not finna put you in the middle of this bullshit. Like, finish figuring out what you got going on over there, and then you can come over here and talk to me. But as long as you keeping secrets or you playing games, like, don't even bother. What's I miss you in true colors? We got twin flame, okay? So you and this person like really truly are meant to be together, okay? Like, even if you don't believe in twin flames, okay, whatever you call it, soulmate, like kingdom spouse, all that shit. Like, this is your person, okay? But they have certain things that they need to learn, certain things that they need to realize as far as their worth, their value, their self-respect, and what it is that they deserve. And I think that, I don't know, Spirit wants them to see certain things before they start to like really truly get to experience the benefits of being like just like mutually exclusive with you. Like, they're not going to let them in until they're completely ready. Like, as long as they can still be seduced. But it doesn't say seduced, okay? It says secluded. But as long as they can still be seduced, they going to stay secluded, okay? It says separation, reflecting, and soul searching, okay? So this person is being sat down, okay? Being forced to have a seat. I think I said Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, okay? Those are like the signs and the overall energy. That could be your signs or their signs. What's romance? Pop the question in secrets. We got stabbed in the back, okay? Heartbreak, pain, separation, deception, shock, and attack. Shocking attack, okay? So this is what I'm saying. Like, this person, this like third party that they ancestors is allowing to fuck with them right now, just to get them to have some sort of specific type of awakening. Like, this person is not shit, okay? This person is really finna do a number on this person. But it's gonna make them like man up or woman up the way that they're supposed to do. What secrets I miss you and fucked up over you? We got paradise, okay? Because they know that they should be over there with you in paradise. They know that they're missing you and all of that. And they're sabotaging their own happiness, their own expansion, their own joy just to go around and play. And they don't even bring them no fullness, Like, this person does not even nourish them the way that they should be being nourished, okay? So this person's being awakened to the energy of oneness and like, I'm hearing like, kind of like that's what happens when you play with an earth angel or some shit like that. Like I said, I really get the vibe that this person's like in trouble, like energetically with the guides, okay? Because even though they miss you, and even though like they put out this vibe that they want to have this one-on-one thing with you, they're still willing to entertain this other person who broke their heart already. Like, they already got saved from this bitch. And now they want to go backwards, and so now they finna see what it feel like to go backwards. What's I miss you, twin flames and true colors? We got camera, okay? Reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learn from the past, and make memories, okay? So it's like this person's about to learn this really valuable lesson from the past, and then they're going to be ready to come in and take you serious and make real memories with you, But there's still something that they haven't let go of, something they're still holding on to because they feel like that shit matches them, or they feel like they need that, Like, they need to constantly have somebody in the background or hold on to something, like they only because they're afraid that you won't accept them for who they are. Or, I don't know, something like that. Even though they know that this other person is not enough. Yeah, we got coffin, okay? So they finna dead that shit. It says endings brings new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, and transition. Okay? That's confirmation. Yeah, not enough. Like I said, this bitch is not enough for them, okay? they frustrated every time they are around this person, you know, but they have a lack of confidence. Like I said, they're self-sabotaging. They're afraid and they're in their ego, and they need to face their own issues, you know. And this person that they're entertaining is also someone who's very jealous, you know. I feel like when it comes to you, like they can be very open. They can talk to you about like past lovers and all kinds of different situations, and you're very open-minded and you don't judge them and you don't get jealous and you don't ever bring up the person he was having a normal heart-to-heart conversation with you about, you know. And this person, like if they talk to them, if they try to open up to them, like they don't have that open line of communication, and they really miss that about you every time they like talk to this person. Like this person really got you on their mind a lot, and they feel very fucked up for even entertaining the shit. We got girl talk, okay? It says time with friends, moving on, happily single, living in the moment and having fun, you know? So, I mean, this person could be talking to their friends a lot. We got Cupid's arrow, okay? Kind of like comparing the two of you, like telling them like the difference between you and this person, and, you know, what they like about you and what they like about them. And their friends are like all telling them like, you know, you're stupid, you know, even though the third party is going around trying to like talk to everybody, trying to like, you know, rally the troops and get everybody on their side. Like they don't like that person, okay? Like the friends and family, they don't think this person is good for them. Okay. And so it says on Cupid's arrow to have faith, love is coming, surprise invitation or meeting, and hesitation, you know. Like this person is just like really hesitant, really in their own head. I don't feel like this really has too much to do with you. This is something that they are doing with their own ancestors, you know. You have to always remember that like people are on their own path too, and as much as you want it to go a certain type of way or the way that you think it should go, it's not always going to go that way. And sometimes people have to hold back and they have to learn certain lessons in order to come to you the way you deserve to be stepped to, you know. And that's what their ancestors and your ancestors are working with them on. Yeah, we got mirror, okay? Because this person is like perfect, okay? It says mirroring each other's self-image, relationships reflect our wounds and introspection, you know. But it's like you guys mirror each other perfectly, but not at this time, okay? It's almost this energy of like you guys not really being aligned because of all this introspection and shadow work that this person still needs to do in order to be in an energy to make healthier choices for them, which would be you, you know? It says making healthy choices in love and in life, self-love, self-care, and being happier, you know? Like there's this part of this person who still doesn't feel like they deserve to be happy, and it's like as much as they want to flirt with you and send you all these loving messages and totally be into you, they're just not quite ready to be there mentally, you know? So you guys could still be talking. You guys could be like communicating with each other, and you guys could even be like, I don't know, sleeping together or having little rendezvous or meeting up here and there. And you could feel like there's something going on, but you're just trying to give the person the benefit of the doubt. But I think it's best to like kind of separate your energy and just allow this person to go off and do what they do when they go off, you know, because they're just going to come back to you better. You know, I mean, I'm not telling you to like be a side bitch or nothing like that. I would never. That's never going to be the advice. Please don't wait around, okay? Date and do what it is that you want to do, as long as you're not official with this person. If they can't like, you know, lock you down or just say a few simple words as, you know, as simple as I just want to date you and I want you to just date me and I don't want to like introduce any other energies into our shit, then, you know, they don't deserve to have that. When they can express that, then that's what they can get, you know. But me, it's like when I'm not talking to my person, like I don't even be dating people. I be totally focused like on my bag, on my money, on what it is that I'm doing. Like I don't even be like entertaining dudes really, because I'm just really over the dating scene, you know. And so I feel like you kind of could be in that very same place. And Archangel Uriel is saying that's really good, you know. But just make sure that you're not focusing on your life and trying to like hold space for this person if you feel like they're never going to come around, you know. If you feel like, you know, this person's never going to come around and it's more than just like a little empty sex or a little this person entertaining whoever they want to entertain because they fucking single at the end of the day, then this probably isn't for you, you know. Like you, whoever it's actually for, I feel like you just like, you could be someone who's very open, who believes in dating, who is not going to get, jump down this person's throat just because they're dating other people. But also I feel like you don't like the dishonesty of them dating other people and not just expressing that, or not just saying they're not ready, or not just keeping it 100 with you. I feel like that's the part that has the ability to make you feel double crossed, and to make you feel like they're playing with your mind or playing with your emotions. And that's why Archangel Uriel is saying, just find something better to do, something better to focus on, and don't focus on this person, pulling this person in so much. Because at the end of the day, it's us following our passions, following our careers, and doing the things that the divine wants us to do that truly attracts that person to us. So just sit pretty and just chill. And if that person's ready, or if they are willing to do the work to come in and have you the way they want to have you, then that's what they're going to do. And if not, then there's millions of people in the world, and they can easily be replaced. We got look on the fucking bright side, okay? It says, nobody ever ruined their eyesight by looking on the bright side. Not everything in life is fucking merry, but you can still choose to focus on the silver lining in any situation, no matter how fucking small it is. Be that bitch that sprinkles sunshine toppings on everywhere you go, So just stay very optimistic about your love life at this time. And like they said before, don't have too many expectations for anybody that you may be running into or that you may be dating, especially like your main person, like the one you think of when you watch this. It says, rise up and attack the day with motherfucking enthusiasm, okay? It says, rise and shine, you fucking superstar. It's time to channel the energy of 100 bad bitches and have the best damn day you are capable of. And remember, it's not always go big or go home. Recognize and celebrate the shit out of every kind of achievement, great and small, And he's saying, like, knowing when to take a step back and when to give people their space to grow is a hell of an achievement. And that's a very mature mindset. And this person needs to meet you there if they want to come in with you, Let's look on the fucking bright side and rise up and attack the day. And also, I feel like this is the honesty, it's the communication that they need to have with you that spirit's kind of working on with them, okay? So just like chill, okay? It says, do no harm but take no shit, okay? It says, me spreading kindness, okay? And it says, me, when you mistake my kindness for weakness, I feel like you really don't take kindly to people playing with you, to people taking your kindness for weakness. And when you're done, you're fucking done, And I feel like this person really does know that about you, and that's why you're on their mind so tough. Like, they know they have to get their shit together. The song saying, I might be falling deep, I might be falling deep, I might be falling deep. Tell me what you need, I've been going to God. When I'm all in my mind, I might be falling deep, So it's like this person knows they're falling very deep for you, and they really have been going to God. They really are working on themselves and trying to figure out why it is that they make the decisions that they do, or why do they do certain things when they finally find their happiness, So just don't worry about it. They're coming, okay? It says, make sure you're always kind, but don't let any motherfucker mistake that for weakness. Your self-respect and boundaries always come first, And that's what it is with your ancestors and why they not playing with this person, okay? And it says, release the ghosts of the fucking past, And this is the big lesson that this person is learning, okay? They're learning to let go of shit that suffocates their soul, okay? They're getting this permission in life to be free from anything that still haunts them, and learning how to accept every day as a new day, a day to clear their energy and to start fresh, And they're like becoming more and more aware that you are a big part of that, okay? It says, think about someone or something you love. Feel that love and grow it as big as you can. Then hold that love in your body, And I feel like this person holds a lot of love in their body for you. And in that way, they're manifesting you. But like I said, they're also manifesting a lot of changes and a lot of emotional growth, and a lot of them, a lot of enlightenment and a lot of messages and a lot of communication from the divine that I don't think that they were like expecting when they got with you, or that they even really know how to like receive or how to deal with, you know. So just allow them to like adjust to this new energy, because I feel like your energy is like very awakening, you know. And it's like every time you guys have a conversation or you guys chill, you trigger so much in this person, and they have no choice but to take a step back, you know. And they might fill their days with like fucking with, little toys or whatever, you know. They might put their energy or their time into somebody that they don't plan on taking serious, but it's more from like a bored place than it is from like them not being sure about how they feel about you, or them not wanting to come toward you. So I feel like Spirit's saying, like, try not to like think about your love life in a negative way, or try not to think about this person in a negative way, because it really doesn't help them grow or advance the way that they really need to, you know. I feel like if you're going to send them any kind of energy, just send them an energy of positivity, an energy of healing, an energy of growth, and an energy of you wanting the best for them, no matter what or who they choose to deal with or be with in life, you know. Love that. So what's the final thought on this? We got inputs, okay? It says choose to consume TV, books, and podcasts that elevate, encourage, and raise your vibration, okay? So he's saying stop watching all of these. A lot of these people out here giving this relationship advice, they don't know what the fuck they talking about, and they damn sure don't know shit about a twin flame connection, okay? Some of them do, but all of them don't always, you know. And at the end of the day, you go with your heart and how you feel, how your discernment feels, and how your intuition feels about you and that person's interactions that you have with each other. So if you feel like you love this person and you want to give them a chance and you want to spend time with them and you want to get to know them better as they heal and as they grow, then you have to be accepting of them and where they are and the things that they do. And if you don't, then just walk away from it now. And if you love it and you let it go and it's meant to be, it's going to come back. And that's how you know. That's what the songs say, okay? It says, which ones do that? Recognize high vibe inputs by how they make you feel when you preview each one. When you read the back of a novel or a podcast description, listen to and read things that make you laugh or feel hopeful, inspired, silly, or curious. You get the picture, you know. I feel like you get a really good vibe when you're around this person and they feel that shit too, you know. But they might, play nonchalant or like put up a stone wall, or they might still have their guards up because they're still doing a lot of healing, you know, and they're still ending and closing certain cycles in their life. So, like, just be mindful of that. Like just because you did all of this healing doesn't necessarily that they mean that they did, you know. And also we got no news, you know. So try not to be like gossiping, you know. Don't entertain like any bullshit stories, like you guys might know the same people or whatever, you know. Don't feel the need to like go talk to people close to them or none of that shit, you know. Just mind your business, focus on you, focus on your healing, focus on what you need to do, and let that slide, you know. It says like, you know, anything, you will hear all the important issues just from talking to other people, you know, because it says stop listening to the news. The news tends to focus on fearful stories, and fear is a low vibrational emotion, you know. So it's like, don't entertain that lower vibrational fear mentality that you have in your head that tells you, you know, you should be scared because this connection isn't going exactly the way you expect it to go. That's a fear mentality. It's a low vibration, and it doesn't help you manifest the best outcome that you want to have with the person that you're interested in, you know, or that's clearly very, very interested in you. Let me get one more. We got journal, okay? So journal, write down your feelings, okay? You don't always have to like communicate to another person how you feel or where your mind is at in order for those emotions or feelings to be felt. Sometimes all you have to do is just get it out and express it. And that person could be like really big on journaling too. So they could be doing a lot of introspection through journaling, through writing, you know. That could be how they're expressing themselves, you know. Or when they're talking to like their family members or their friends or whatever, I feel like, you know, they have little epiphanies, they have little realizations, and they really agree with the advice and things that the people are giving them, you know. Because I feel like the divine is speaking straight through the people around them in order to guide you guys together, okay? It says when you need to get ideas and emotions out, write them down. Holding in thoughts and emotions causes the energy to become stagnant in your body. Let the energy out and let it flow, okay? So with that, I'm done. I hope you guys have a happy, fabulous, wonderful, and amazing day, that you got something that you needed out of this, and I will see you later, my love. Bye.